Good morning. So this is a recorded topic for our lesson for today. It's about ratio and proportion. So now, dahil ratio and proportion, so ito muna uunahin natin. But then again, we will tackle again about the finding rate, base, and percentage because hindi natin pa nakuha or napag-aralan those subject. So today, it's about ratio and proportion. So it's a ratio, not a ratio. Okay? Ratio and proportion. So ngayon, ano ba yung ratio and proportion? So according to this, okay, ang ratio and proportion are generally used in business and cases of partnership. Usually, ratio and proportion naman ginagamit when it comes sa paghahati-hati, whether that is a net surplus, whether that is a net loss, whether it is a gross. But according to it, usually nagagamit siya in a partnership. Meron ditong scenario. Assume si Sander, si Yoli, and Senny, sila are partners sa sharing income, profit, and losses. So there, meron silang pag-aatian, 1, 2, and 3. Respectively, if the partners incurred a net loss of 10,000 pesos. So, syempre, aalamin nila kung ilan kasi net loss. It doesn't mean na pag ikaw ay net loss, ay luging-lugi ka na. But you can recover it for the next year kasi nare-recover naman ng mga losses for the next year. If naging maganda yung takbo, eh sabihin na natin na mas marami yung cost, madami yung expense, hindi masyado doing well yung business, improvement para kumita yung business for the next year. So they are going to do is pinaghati-hati yung net losses. Si Sander dahil meron siyang 1, so all you have to do is 1, 2, and 3. 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3. So it's 6. So 1 over 6, may 1 share sa 6 na share. Eh yung loss nila is 10,000. So magiging loss niya is 1,667. Si Yoli naman, may dalawa siyang share doon sa 6 shares times 10,000. Meron siyang loss na 3,333. Si Senny naman ay may 3 na share about doon sa 6 shares times 10,000. So meron siyang 5,000 na net losses. So ngayon, 5,000. So ngayon, i-add mo 1,667 and 3,333 and 5,000 equals 10,000. That's the overall net losses. So pinaghati-hati yung ratio. So that's it. Si Sander merong loss sa 1,667, si Yulit 3,333 and 5,000 kay Zenny. Take note, kapag ina daw natin yung ratios, which is 1, which means 1 whole, the total shares it added giving us yung 10,000. So ngayon, meron tayong lesson objectives. Una, kailangan na maintindihan o malaman kung ano yung ratio at paano ito gamitin sa business. Pangalawa, malaman yung proportion and i-discuss kung paano rin ito gamitin sa business. Pangatlo, i-differentiate kasi merong iba-iba. Merong direct proportion. Ano ba yung direct proportion? Ano ba yung indirect proportion? Ano ba yung indirect or inverse proportion? Ano ba yung partitive proportion? And paano lahat yung tatlong proportion, type of proportion, ay gamitin into a business. So, let's start. Sabi dito, ratio is the relation between two numbers of two magnitude. Relasyon daw ito na dalawang numbers of two magnitudes, na which is expression 1 or 2 read as 1:2 or 1 divide 2. We're actually comparing, showing relationship between 1 and 2. Ano ba yung relasyon ng 1 and 2? Sa isang example, there are twice as many married employees as single employees. We mean daw yung ratio of married to single employees is 2 to 1. Ang married is 2, ang single is 1, where 2 represent married couples and 1 represents single employees. Yes. So, mas madami yung married couple kasi 2 to 1. For example, sa tao, sa 3 tao, 2 tao dyan ay married, isang tao dyan ay single. So na, division. Isang example, if there are 20 boys and 30 girls, we find the ratio by dividing 20 by 30 and reduce it to lowest term, that is. So 20 and 30, a lowest term of 2 over 3, and then 2 or 3. So when then say the ratio of boys and girls 2 or 3, the other hand, ratio of girls and boys is 30 and 20 was 3 to 2. 3 2. Usually express ratios in terms of whole numbers. Yan. So comparing daw yung numerators into a fraction denominator, same denominator. Numerators daw ng fraction with the same denominator. Kapag meron ka daw total na 100 t-shirts, which is 30 doon is small size, 50 ay medium, at 20 ang large, we have 30 over 100, 50 over 100, 20 over 100, 30 over 100 sa small, 50 over 100 sa medium, and 20 over 100 sa large. To get, para malaman mo daw yung ratio, we compare numerators. Hence, we say that the ratio of small, medium, range is, di ba? Parang single term mo na lang siya, lowest term, 30, 50, and 20, 3 sa small, 5 sa medium, and 2 sa large. Adding all numerators should give us denominator. To check, 30 plus 50 plus 20 is 100. So this is because the total of parts equal to the whole is following problems. We will solve or make sure that double check the answer to ensure now your accuracy. So that's very easy. So you can follow it. Notion daw sa ratio, same as fractions business that we have studied in chapter 1. Una-una example, si Albert and William daw ay 2 kandidato. Si Albert daw ay naka-receive ng 2,500 na boto, samantala si William naman ay 3,000. So, ibig sabihin, there are a 5,500 na botante o bumoto. So, what ratio of Albert wins against William? So, 2, 5, and 3,000, di ba? And dinoble term la, 25 and 30. And then they make it as lowest term into 5 into 6. So, 25, 30, lowest term nila is 5 and 6, diba? So, same as, parang pinagatian sa kanila is 5. Kasi 6 times 5 is 30 and 5 times 5 is 25. So, check Albert's vote plus William's vote is 5,500. So, dito equals 511. Yan yung sample sa baba. Okay? Yung paghanap ng ratio. Okay, that. So 5 over 100. So 511 plus 611, 255 and 5555. Where 25 and 3,000 equals 55. So 55. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah. So kasi ito, ang save nila is 5. So 5 times 5, 25, and 6 times 5 is 30. So there are 5 plus 6 equals to 11. So 25 plus 3,000, yung boto is 5,500. 55 is equals to 55. Yeah. So yan paghati-hati lang yan ng ratio. So Lizelle, Maricel, and Snooki are partners. Capital balances daw is 10,000, 20, and 3,000. So what are their capital ratio? Diba? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Pwede mo rin ito palitin, 10, 20, and 30. Pag single term talaga, 1, 2, and 3. So ito na yung ratio. Diba? Napakadali lang, ratio. So A, B, C, and D divided a 5. Pinaghati-hatian daw nila yung 5. So show A, si A daw got 1, 5. Si B got 310 and si C got 110 and si D is 2, 5. Find the ratio in which 4 divided 5. So dito medyo complicated kasi yung numerator niya is different. May same na dalawa is 10, may pagkakaiba is both 5. So sa fractions are dissimilar, we first change them to similar fraction. Change nila sa similar fraction. 10, so pwede mong i-involve kasi 5 naman. 1 times 2, 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Para pumareho yung numerator niya dito sa other numerators ng B and C. So they are same na. So dito naman sa D, is 2, 5, and 4, and 10. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is 10. So yan. So same na. Meron tayong 210, 310, 110, and 410. Kapag may dissimilar fraction, ha. So, inunti-unti natin. So there are 2 plus 5. I-ensure nyo na pare-pareho yung denominator. 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So magiging siyang whole, 10 over 10. So make sure na if pag-convert, pag-times nyo, maging same din doon sa kanyang numerator. Kasi baka nag-change tayo, minultiply natin. Di naman same doon sa numerator, di mas mahirap. So change it na magsakto yung 2, 3, yung denominators pag inad mo into a whole as a 10 din. So therefore, the ratio which 4 divided is 2, 3, 1, and 4. So dito, we use the numerators of similar fraction para daw mag-get yung ratio. So, si 4 naman. Tony has 3 times as many marbles as his black marbles. If he has total 24 marbles, how many red and how many are black? 3 times, sabi dito. So, 3 times. So, ibig sabihin, Tony has 3 times as many red marbles in his black marbles. So, ibig sabihin, so red and black. So, merong 3 and 1. Ba? Kasi 3 times eh. 3 and 1. Yan. So, si red, meron 3 over 4. Kasi 3 plus 1 is 4. Kasi as many red marbles as is black. So, si red, merong 3 times eh. So, magiging 1 yung magiging ratio mo. So, 3 plus 1 is 4 times. If he has a total marbles of 24, dito na papasok yung 24, di ba? So, 3, 4 times 24. So, 3, 4 times 24. Yan. At kaya siya naging 18. What do you say? So, 3 and 1 are the numerators. And 3 plus 1, which is 4, is the denominator. So, yun. So, ganoon din. So, 3 times 4 equals 24. So, 1 times 4 equals to 6. Bakit? Ano siya? Ita-times nyo lang naman yung dalawa. Diba? 3 divide 4. 0.75. Times 24 is 18. So, yun. So, in the division, 1 divide 4 times 24 is 6. Yan. So, ito, you need, I don't think if you wanna try again na mag-divide tayo, medyo complicated na ito. If you have a calculator, so use it when it comes to like this. But use not a scientific calculator, but pag exam, you can use a, tawag yan, calculator, hindi scientific. Yung, and then you can use na some computation on the back. Then, so tapos na yung ratio. So 18 plus 6 is 24. So yun. So dito naman tayo sa proportion. Ano ba yung proportion? A proportion that refers to equality between the ratios. Yung pagkakapare-pareho between doon sa mga ratios. Yun, una, 1 over 2 and 8 over 16. So 1 is mean, anong pagkakapareho ng 1 over doon sa 16? Same as yung 2 over doon sa 8. Same as sa 9 over 3 and 81 over 27. Ang ating daw rule concerning proportion is that product of the means equal to the product of extremes. Yan. Ang means natin, alin dyan yung means nyo? Sige nga. Alin dyan yung means nyo? Yung nasa loob. Yung extremes yun na naman, yung nasa labas. Ibig sabihin, yung dulo, parehong dulo, it's called extreme. Just like you see, 1 and 16. And then yung means natin is 2 and 8. So yun. So as you can see, in above is 2 times 8. Yan, times natin. Equals 1 times 16. So 2 times 8 is ano? 16. And 1 times 16 is 16. So, same ba yung dalawa? Yes. So, that is equal proportion na. So, how about dito sa 9/3 equals 81/27? Sige nga. Fraction siya, hindi ratio. Paano mo siya magiging proportion? So, our rule concerning proportion is that product of means equal to the product of extreme. So, dito sa B, applying the rule B, above we cross multiply means and extreme. So, ibig sabihin, cross multiply is the 9 and 27 and 3 times 81. So, ito nangyari. 9 times 27 and 3 times 81. 9 times 27, 243. 3 times 81 is 243. So, sila ay equally proportion. So, two types, di ba? Pag ratio yung gamit nyo, use the means and extreme. Yung means nasa loob, yung extreme is nasa labas. Pero pag fraction, use the cross multiply. X, X. Yeah. Yun yung ita-times ninyo para dapat maging equal siya kasi proportion refers equality between ratios or even the fraction. So cross multiplication is same as multiplying the means and multiplying the expressing. Yan. Ginawa nila. 9 and 3. 81 and 27. 81 times 3. Diba? Other, ano to ha? So 9/3, i-ratio mo rin siya in 81/27. Yung means mo, 3 and 81, extreme mo 9 and 27. So pag tinayso yung dalawa, 243 pa rin yung kakalabasan. So proportion daw, there are three types of proportion. Una, direct proportion. Sabi sa direct proportion is a number directly proportionate to another with as one value increases, so does the other. Yan. So sa indirect or inverse proportion, the number is indirectly proportional to another when as one value increases, the other decreases. So pag direct proportion, pag tumaas yung isa, tataas din isa. Pag indirect, tumaas yung isa hindi. So sa partitative naman, involves in the parts of whole as given ratios in this part. So yun. So there are the proportion. So sa direct proportion, there are two values in x and y. Yan. Ano ba yung two proportions? Yung pinagkaiba. Sa direct proportion, for example, if their notebooks cost 15 pesos, how many notebooks can you buy within 60 pesos? So isang example, kapag may notebook ka daw na 15 pesos ang isa, sa loob ng 60 pesos, ilan notebook ang mabibili mo? So the number of notebooks directly proportional to cost. So 3/15, di ba? 3 notebooks cost 15 pesos. Diba? So ibig sabihin, tigpa 5 pesos. So ilang notebook ang mapibili mo within 60 pesos? With a worth of 5 pesos. Kinomplicate niya lang. Ang 50 pesos, 3 notebook ang mabibili mo. Diba? Kinomplikado niya lang yung computation ko, no? Pero 3 divide 15, diba? Kasi 3 notebooks sa 15 equals divide mo sa 60. So ang kakalabasan is 3 times 60 equals 180. Ayan. 3. Cross multiply, di ba yung usapan natin? X yung nawawala. 3 times 60 equals 180. 15 ang iyong numerator. So, excuse me. 180, so 3 times 60 is 180. Divide 15 equals may 12 kang notebooks. So, yun lang naman. So, yung 12 mo, yun yung lalagay mo dito. So, sa loob ng 60 pesos, meron ka 12 notebooks na pwede mo mapili. So, meron naman inverse sa indirect proportion. Two values daw ng x and y. For example, ayan na, inversely proportional to each other if x increase, y decrease. If x decreases, y increases. Yan. Tandaan nyo yung x and y sa. So, for example, the relation between the time it takes the well install a water pump to supply a house with the water, and number of people needed to build it as inverse proportion. The more people you have, the less time it takes. If it takes 3 people to do the job in 1 month, it will take only 1.5 months or kalahati ng isang buwan, 30 days. Kalahati ng 30 days is 15 days. You have 6 people working kapag meron ka daw 6 na katao. If you double the number of workers, kalahati pa ng kalahati ang kakalabasan yan. The time is half. If you triple the number of workers, time becomes 2/3. Yeah. Another example down inversely proportional quantities and lengths, which are triangles with the same area as length of one side, double width as to the half. Yeah. For the area to stay safe. A 5 centimeter times 4 centimeter rectangle has an area of 20 square centimeter. Kasi 5 times 4 is 20. So if the 5 centimeter side becomes 10 and 4 centimeter side becomes 2. So 10 times 2 is 20, equal to 20 centimeter. In inverse proportion, the relation between two numbers is such that the product in constant, as in our example, rectangle with one side was double. The other side half, but the product of two remains the same. Yan. The equation is therefore. Para may nag-increase na x, pero same pa rin na proportion. Nag-increase naman sa y, same pa rin na proportion. So that is the inverse or indirect proportion. So b equals k over a, where k is a constant. Using the rectangle example, y equals 20 over x. Y is inversely proportional to x. Doubling x and y cause to have the product of x and y and 20. So dito, meron tayong tinatawag na partitative proportion. Pag sinabi partitative, balance but partitative. Ibig sabihin, speaking, divided. For example, sa partnership agreement daw, stipulates na agreed capital is 100,000. So they have a 100,000. But partners are to divide the seed capitalization. Si X sa 1, si Y sa 2, si Z sa 2. Are taken about partitative proportion. We get corresponding parts of follows assume that the partners are X, Y, and Z, respectively contributing capital. So sa X, dahil 1 sa kanya, dahil 1 to 2 ang ratio, so 5 ang ratio. So sa X, 1 over 5 times 100,000, so meron siya 20,000. So si Y and Z, same as 2 over 5, 2 over 5, 40,000 sila. So yung kabuuan ng 100,000. So ngayon, let's study the additional example daw ng proportion. Una, si Baker Rao uses ratio of 1 egg from every 4 cups of flour in certain recipe. Or she uses a dozen eggs. How many cups of flour will he or she need? So dito, ang ratio daw is 1 egg and 4 cups of flour. So yun, 1 over 4. So find yung 1 dozen and sabi nga, how many cups flour he or she need dahil meron siyang 1 dozen na egg. So, gagawin niya is 1 over 4, yan yung ratio. Save as 1 dozen and the cup, x ang cup. So, gagawin is 4 times 12. 4 times 12. Yan. Is 48. Yeah. So, 4 times 12 is 48. And then, so 1 times x is x. So x is, you have now a 48 cups of flour. So yun ang sagot doon sa partitative proportion. So isa pang sample. To produce daw a certain perfume, si Eugene uses na gumamit siya ng dalawang elements, si A and B, and combine them sa ratio ng 2 of 7. So si A is 2 and si B is 7. If it has 91 parts of elements, 91 part of element, how many parts of elements A should use kung merong 91 parts of elements? So ratio A and B equals 2 over 7, 2 and 7. So find A. So, sa 91 parts. So, A, B, solution daw, ayan. AB equals to 7. Yan. Then, find A, CBS 91 equals to 7. Ayun. Kasi may ano na, may B na as 91. So, ang ginawa nila is cross, if I'm not mistaken, that is a cross multiplication. So, 7A, ito na, 7A, then 91 and 2. So, 91 times 2 is 182 over, ano yan, 7. Yan. So, 182 divided 7 equals 26 parts. So, yun yung parts of perfume pwedeng gamitin doon sa So, post na number 3. Janine and John share profits of their partnership in the ratio of 2 of 3. If Janine's share in the profit last year was 30,000, how much was John's share in profit of business? So, 2 and 3 yung share nila last year. So, 30,000, hanapin nila, if Janine daw share profit for last year was 30,000, how much naman daw kay John ang profit niya? So kay Janine meron ng 30,000, yan given si Janine. So si John wala pa. So 2 and 3. So they are doing cross. I think it's a cross multiplication if I'm not mistaken. But you can't cross multiply naman ito, di ba? So 2 and 3. So Janine and 30,000. Tama. If I'm not mistaken. 2 and 3. 30,000 kay Janine over X. Yun. So 30,000 times 3 equals 20,000. Si 2X, 2 times X, 2X is 2. So 90,000 divided 2 is 45,000. So ganoon lang kadali. To check Janine share. So si Janine meron 30,000, si Jan naman is meron 45,000. Total profit nila is 75,000. Share profit using 2 to ratio 2 over 5. Janine, 3 over 5. So 30 and 45 equals 75,000. So last, si Jed and EJ decided that the profit and loss sharing ratio should be equal. So na yung ratio ng sharing nila, yung loss ay equal to their capital investment. Para doon sa invest nila. If Jed and EJ has capital balances of 200,000 and 100,000 respectively, how much profit would EJ get if Jed got 50,000 last year? So si Jed and EJ, yun. So meron silang 20,000 tsaka 100,000. So they have 2 and 1 ratio. Ayan. So meron sa 50,000. So 2 and 1. So nangyari, 50,000, di ba? Nag-means naman tayo dito. Ayan. So 50,000 times 1 is 50,000. Yan, si means. Then nag-extreme tayo, 2 times x, 2x. 50,000 divide 2 is 25,000. So ganoon kadali. Huwag nyo na itong intindihin. Kasi ang hinahanap lang naman, how much profit would each get? Kasi 2 and 1. Intindihin nyo lang yung ano nila. Yung equal sharing nila, 2 and 1. So they have balances na 2 and 1. Yan. Kasi ito, diba, nililiitan natin lowest term 20 into 2 and 1. So yun na yung ratio nila. Then x means and extreme. So 25k. So that's it. Yan lang yung topic natin today for the ratio and proportion. So I hope by Monday, maging maayos yung internet and some nawa dahil naman kahit ng technical difficulties sa ating online class. And thank you very much and God bless.